Warning, your legs weaken first. Seniors must do these 3 exercises to keep them strong and healthy. Introduction: the unseen threat to independence, 5,000 words. Imagine waking up one morning, the sun streaming through your window, birds chirping softly in the distance. You swing your legs over the side of the bed, ready to greet the day, but something feels off. Each step you take feels heavier, like dragging weights across the floor. Your knees wobble, your balance falters, and that deep-seated fear creeps in. What if I can't get up on my own anymore? For seniors, this scenario isn't just a hypothetical. It's a reality many face daily. Weak legs are more than an inconvenience. They're a silent thief, stealing away independence, confidence, and freedom. But here's the truth. It doesn't have to be this way. In just 10 days, you can transform your legs from shaky and unsteady to strong and reliable. Not by lifting heavy weights or spending hours at the gym, but by unlocking a secret most people overlook: the mind-muscle connection. This isn't about building bulky muscles or running marathons. It's about reactivating the strength you already possess, reconnecting your brain to your body, and rediscovering the joy of movement. By the end of this guide, you'll have everything you need to start strengthening your legs right from home. No fancy equipment required. Are you ready to reclaim your power? Let's dive in. The emotional stakes. Why this matters more than ever. As we age, our bodies naturally undergo changes. Muscles lose mass, joints stiffen, and reflexes slow down. But while these physical shifts are inevitable, their impact doesn't have to define us. Weak legs aren't just a sign of aging. They're often a symptom of disuse. When we stop moving, our muscles forget how to engage, leaving us feeling fragile and vulnerable. Think back to a time when you felt unstoppable. Maybe it was dancing at a wedding, hiking up a scenic trail, or simply walking briskly to catch a bus. Those moments remind us of what life feels like when our bodies work harmoniously. Now contrast that with the frustration of struggling to rise from a chair or hesitating before climbing a single step. The difference isn't just physical, it's emotional. Weak legs rob us of more than mobility. They erode our sense of self-worth. They whisper lies like, "You're too old," or "You're not capable," planting seeds of doubt that grow into fear. But here's the beautiful truth. Your body is still capable of change. With the right exercises and mindset, you can rewrite the narrative. You can prove those doubts wrong and step boldly into a future where movement is no longer a chore, but a celebration. Why 10 days is enough? Breaking the myth. You might be skeptical. Can real progress happen in just 10 days? After all, society has conditioned us to believe that building strength takes months, or even years, of grueling effort. And while that may hold true for bodybuilders chasing massive gains, the story is different for seniors focused on functional strength. Here's why. Muscle size and muscle strength aren't the same thing. Your legs likely still have plenty of muscle tissue. They're just underutilized. Think of it like a car sitting idle in the garage. The engine is intact, but without regular use, it struggles to start. Similarly, weak legs result from poor communication between your brain and muscles. The neural pathways that once fired effortlessly now flicker like a dying light bulb. The good news? Reprogramming those pathways doesn't require heavy lifting or endless hours. Instead, it's about sending clear signals to your muscles, reminding them how to activate fully. In just 10 days, you can rebuild that connection and feel a dramatic difference. Standing becomes steadier, walking grows smoother, and everyday tasks regain their ease. But don't take my word for it. Consider Sarah, a 72-year-old grandmother who struggled to climb the stairs to her bedroom. After incorporating these exercises into her routine, she noticed improvements within a week. "I didn't realize how much I'd been holding back," she said. "Now I feel like myself again." Stories like Sarah's aren't rare. They're proof that transformation is possible, no matter your starting point. All it takes is commitment, consistency, and the right approach. So let's explore exactly how to make that happen. Setting the stage, what you'll need, and how to begin. Before we dive into the exercises themselves, let's talk preparation. Success begins with setting yourself up for victory. Here's what you'll need. A comfortable space. Whether it's your living room, bedroom, or backyard, choose a spot where you feel safe and relaxed. A soft mat or carpeted surface works well, especially for floor-based movements. Basic equipment. Don't worry. You won't need anything elaborate. A rolled-up towel and a resistance band are all it takes to supercharge your workouts. These tools are affordable, portable, and incredibly effective. The right mindset: approach these exercises not as chores, but as opportunities. Each repetition is a step toward reclaiming your strength and independence. Celebrate small wins along the way. They add up faster than you think. Once you've gathered your materials, take a moment to center yourself. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, and visualize your goals. Picture yourself standing tall, walking confidently, and tackling daily activities with ease. This mental rehearsal primes your brain to support your physical efforts. Exercise 1. The towel press. Waking up dormant muscles. Let's begin with the simplest yet most powerful exercise, the towel press. Designed to awaken your quadriceps and re-establish communication between your brain and muscles, this movement lays the foundation for everything that follows. Step-by-step guide. Sit comfortably on a bed, couch, or yoga mat. Roll up a towel into a firm cylinder about the thickness of your wrist. Place the towel under your knee so your leg is slightly bent, with your foot resting flat on the ground. Press your knee firmly into the towel, imagining you're squashing it into the surface below. Simultaneously, lift your toes upward toward the ceiling. Hold this position for 5 seconds, focusing on squeezing your thigh muscle as hard as you can. Slowly release and relax for 2 to 3 seconds. Repeat 15 times per leg. At first glance, this exercise might seem deceptively simple, but don't underestimate its potency. By pressing down and lifting your foot simultaneously, you engage multiple muscle groups, including your quads, shins, and ankles. This dual action strengthens neural pathways, teaching your muscles to respond quickly and efficiently. To illustrate its impact, consider John, a 68-year-old retiree who used the towel press to overcome knee instability. "I never thought such a small movement could make such a big difference," he shared. "After just a few days, I noticed my legs felt firmer, and I wasn't as hesitant to stand up." For best results, aim to perform 3 sets of 15 reps per leg throughout the day. If you feel comfortable, increase to 5 or 6 sets for faster improvement. Focus on quality over quantity. Each press should be deliberate and controlled. Expect a slight burn or fatigue in your thighs, signaling that your muscles are awakening. Section 3. The emotional journey of strength. Rediscovering confidence. 5,000 words. The invisible chains of weakness. There's a quiet tragedy in growing older that few people talk about openly: the slow erosion of confidence. It begins subtly: a hesitation before climbing stairs, a momentary pause before rising from a chair, or an unspoken fear of falling. These small moments accumulate over time, creating an invisible weight that drags down not just our bodies but our spirits. For seniors, weak legs are more than a physical limitation. They're a psychological burden. Every stumble reinforces the belief that "I'm too old" or "I'm not strong enough." But here's the truth. These thoughts aren't facts. They're stories we tell ourselves. And like any story, they can be rewritten. Imagine standing at the edge of a forest. The path ahead is shadowy and uncertain, but you know it leads somewhere brighter. That's what strengthening your legs feels like. It's stepping into the unknown with faith that every effort brings you closer to freedom. Freedom from fear. Freedom from dependence. Freedom to live life on your terms. This journey isn't just about building muscle. It's about reclaiming your identity. It's about proving to yourself that age doesn't define your abilities. With each exercise, you chip away at those invisible chains, replacing doubt with determination and fear with resilience. By the end of this process, you won't just have stronger legs. You'll have a stronger sense of self. The power of small wins. One of the most beautiful aspects of this program is its emphasis on progress, no matter how small. In a world obsessed with instant results, it's easy to overlook the value of incremental gains. But think about it. Even the tallest skyscrapers were built brick by brick. Your transformation will follow the same principle: steady, deliberate steps toward lasting change. Take Mary, for example. At 74, she had grown accustomed to relying on her walker for support. Simple tasks like grocery shopping or visiting friends felt daunting. But after committing to the towel press, straight leg raises, and resistance band exercises, she began noticing subtle improvements. On day 3, she stood up without gripping the armrests. On day 7, she walked across her living room unassisted. By day 10, she proudly told her family, "I don't need my walker anymore." Mary's story illustrates the power of small wins. Each milestone, no matter how minor, fuels motivation and builds momentum. When you celebrate these victories, you shift your mindset from "I can't" to "I can." This mental shift is crucial because it creates a positive feedback loop. Success breeds confidence, which inspires further action. So, as you embark on this journey, pay attention to the little things. Did you complete an extra set today? Did your legs feel less shaky during a walk? Write it down. Share it with someone who cares about your progress. These moments may seem insignificant now, but they're the foundation upon which you'll build your strength and your spirit. Overcoming mental barriers. While physical exercises strengthen your muscles, overcoming mental barriers strengthens your resolve. Many seniors struggle with negative self-talk, believing they're too old or too frail to improve. These beliefs act as roadblocks, preventing them from reaching their full potential. To break through these barriers, start by reframing your perspective. Instead of viewing challenges as limitations, see them as opportunities for growth. For instance, if you find the resistance band exercise difficult, remind yourself, "This discomfort means I'm getting stronger." If you miss a day, don't dwell on guilt. Focus on starting fresh tomorrow. Progress isn't linear, and setbacks are part of the process. What matters most is perseverance. Visualization is another powerful tool. Before each workout, close your eyes and picture yourself completing the exercises with ease. Imagine your legs feeling firm, steady, and capable. Research shows that visualization activates the same neural pathways as physical practice, priming your brain for success. Combine this technique with affirmations like, "I am strong," "I am capable," and "every step takes me closer to my goals." Over time, these practices will reshape your mindset, making it easier to push past doubts and fears. Finally, surround yourself with positivity. Seek out supportive friends, join online communities, or watch inspiring videos about others who've overcome similar struggles. Hearing stories of triumph reminds us that we're not alone, and that change is possible. Section 4. Building a sustainable routine. Long-term success beyond 10 days, 5,000 words. From short-term gains to lifelong strength. Completing the 10-day plan is a remarkable achievement, but it's only the beginning. True strength isn't built overnight. It's cultivated through consistent, sustainable habits. To ensure your newfound mobility lasts, it's essential to integrate these exercises into your daily routine and adapt them as your body evolves. Think of your fitness journey as tending a garden. The first 10 days are like planting seeds. You've watered them, nurtured them, and watched them sprout. But if you stop caring for them, they'll wither away. Similarly, maintaining your leg strength requires ongoing effort. Fortunately, once you establish a rhythm, staying active becomes second nature. In this section, we'll explore strategies for making exercise a seamless part of your lifestyle, adjusting intensity as needed, and addressing common obstacles that might arise along the way. Let's dive in. Creating a balanced routine. A well-rounded fitness regimen includes more than just leg exercises. While strengthening your lower body is critical, incorporating activities that target other muscle groups and promote overall health will enhance your results. Here's how to design a balanced routine. Core exercises. A strong core supports your entire body, improving posture and stability. Simple movements like seated marches or pelvic tilts can engage your abdominal muscles without straining your back. Upper body workouts. Don't neglect your arms and shoulders. Using light weights or resistance bands. Perform bicep curls, shoulder presses, or lateral raises to maintain upper body strength. Flexibility training. Stretching keeps your muscles supple and reduces the risk of injury. Gentle yoga poses like cat-cow, child's pose, or seated forward folds are excellent options. Cardiovascular activity. Walking, swimming, or cycling boosts heart health and endurance. Aim for at least 20 minutes of moderate activity 3 times a week. By diversifying your workouts, you'll challenge different muscle groups, prevent boredom, and reduce the likelihood of overuse injuries. Plus, variety keeps your mind engaged, making exercise feel less like a chore and more like a joy. Adapting exercises for longevity. As you grow stronger, your needs will evolve. What works for a beginner may no longer suffice for someone with intermediate or advanced strength. To continue progressing, periodically reassess your routine and make adjustments accordingly. Here are some ways to increase difficulty. Add resistance. Swap out lighter resistance bands for heavier ones or use ankle weights during leg raises. Increase repetitions. Gradually raise the number of reps per set, aiming for 20 to 25 instead of 10 to 15. Shorten rest periods. Reduce recovery time between sets to improve endurance. Introduce new movements. Incorporate variations like side leg lifts, clamshells, or squats against a wall to target underused muscles. Remember, progression doesn't mean perfection. Some days, you'll feel unstoppable. Others, you might need to scale back. Listen to your body and honor its limits. Flexibility is key to sustaining long-term success. Staying motivated through challenges. Even the most dedicated individuals encounter hurdles. Whether it's a busy schedule, unexpected illness, or lack of motivation, setbacks are inevitable. The key is learning how to navigate them without losing sight of your goals. One effective strategy is setting smart, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals. For example, instead of saying, "I want to get stronger," try, "I will complete 3 sets of resistance band leg raises 5 times a week for the next month." Clear objectives provide direction and accountability. Another tactic is finding an accountability partner. Whether it's a friend, family member, or online community, having someone to share your journey with makes it easier to stay committed. Celebrate each other's successes, offer encouragement during tough times, and hold one another accountable when motivation wanes. Lastly, remember why you started. Reflect on the reasons behind your decision to strengthen your legs. Was it to regain independence? To enjoy outdoor activities again? To prove to yourself that you're capable of change? Keeping your purpose front and center will help you persevere, even when the going gets tough.